What's up guys, Jacob Rothenberg here. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to easily make $10,000 a month or more on Amazon. I've seen mainly three levels of income ranges on Amazon, and I'm going to talk about that right now. So the three ranges are from 0 to 2,000. That's like the newbie level. Intermediate would be around, I'd say, 3 to 6,000. The third range that I've seen, which is more of like the advanced level, is 10,000 and above. So for those of you who don't know me, what's up? I'm Jacob Rothenberg. I've been publishing on Amazon KDP since 2017, which is about almost 7 years now. It's time flown. I've been coaching for 5 years, had relatively quick success with KDP, and I've topped out as much as $36,000 in a single month. 20,000 of that being profit. Back when I started with Amazon, it was January of 2017, and I was of course making zero. So what I needed to do was first create content. Now, long story short, I uploaded this 8-page ebook about powerlifting with no expectations whatsoever on sales, and in my first month, I made $27. Now, after putting out some work and some more books, I eventually went from making, I think, 200 in the next month to like 400 and so forth until I reached around $2,000 from January to July, 7 months later. So there were some key takeaways from that, and I'm going to share those with you, as I certainly made mistakes along the way that I think can benefit you in being able to just proactively recognize, identify, and also overcome those obstacles. Now, this is not only going to be from my own perspective. I myself have worked with, at this point, thousands of students all over the world with both my own programs from the past, along with working with students from Royalty Hero by Sean Dolwett, which is where I coach now. Flashback to 2017 again, I was working out of the office, hated my job, had to commute 2 hours one way to work. And one of the first things that I had to do on Amazon was formulate proper keyword selection. So I would say on Amazon, how you start is how you're going to finish. So even if I produce the best damn book in the world about underwater basket weaving, even if it's the best book ever written about it, if there's no audience for it, if there's no demand, there's going to be no sales. So if I begin with that, in the end, I'm not going to have much to show for it. So for all of you out there listening, when you're starting out, proper keyword research is everything. So what you need to do is go on Amazon, in the search bar, look up a keyword, and upon the search results, look at maybe the first 5 or 6 books in the search results and see what the best seller rank or BSR is. And I usually advise people to look it up on paperback. With this, you want to maybe look for a range of a ranking that signifies that there's sales being made. That could be between 80 to 100,000, I would say. And from that, you can ascertain, okay, there is actual sales demand for this keyword. I'm not just picking something solely on passion, solely on a hobby that you might like, but instead, you're validating that, okay, there's actual sales occurring for this keyword. There is a degree of competition you need to assess as well, because if you're to do something like self-help, well, yes, you could publish a book that's very well produced, but if you're competing against Tony Robbins, Elon Musk, or Andrew Tate, you're not going to be able to be very viable against competition of that level. Knowing the balance between sales demand and competition is something paramount to proper keyword research. And there's other things as well to consider, like having what I call a proof of concept. But if you want to learn more, check out the link below on Royalty Hero, and we'll get you coached up on that. Another sticking point that I see with publishers earning from 0 to 2,000 a month is proper production. Where are you outsourcing your work to? Are you just going on Fiverr, ordering a cookbook from some provider in Bangladesh? How do you even know your work is original? How do you know your work isn't being just generated by ChatGPT? And so with that, you can run into a potential pitfall of a ton of problems, whether it's duplicate content, plagiarized content, purely AI generated content that will get you instantly flagged, on Amazon, resulting in a suspension or worse, an account ban. So knowing where to outsource your work, whether it's the actual writing, illustrations, heck, even the editing and formatting, is paramount for you to set up proper connections and a network with. And again, if you want to learn more about that, link below. Another huge sticking point, and I would say this is going to be like the graduation stage from $2,000 a month to $3,000 above, is starting to understand the initial use of Amazon ads and properly using Amazon ads. Now, why Amazon ads are so important, keep in mind, when someone is on Amazon, they're not just browsing around, just looking to spend time looking at products. People are on Amazon to potentially buy products. So what better way to generate traffic on Amazon than being on the front page of your product listing for your keyword, and at the top of the page is your book, your audiobook, your ebook, whatever it may be. Learning Amazon ads initially and understanding, okay, I know how to maybe set up an automatic campaign and even adjust at that point what to look out for to make a campaign not only run, but also be scalable and profitable. So maybe you might notice, hey, I've got this Amazon ad that I've started running, but even though I've set a budget of $30 a day, it's not getting any spend. It's not getting any clicks. Why isn't my book getting any clicks? Is it maybe my cover is actually, when I look at further at it, it's actually not that good? Maybe people are passing over your product because your competitors maybe have a better cover, better title, better hook, more reviews, etc. So knowing how to troubleshoot even how your product relates to others using ads, that's going to be so important for you to scale beyond what I call the beginner level. Now, just to bring it back a little bit to my life story, I was able to quit my job about 1.5 years after starting Amazon KDP in June of 2018. So around that time, I was making $4,000 a month, and I would call that the intermediate range, where you're making between $3,000 to $6,000 a month. That for most people is good enough to at least maybe potentially quit their jobs. I wouldn't recommend quitting your job too soon, but that's another video. But overall, at that stage, you've got at least enough money to quit your job and take KDP to scale further, or you can take on contract work, freelance, sell courses online, and at least have that freedom to escape your 9-to-5. Most people who actually do KDP get stuck in this range of between $3,000 to $6,000 a month. And having been there myself, I know the biggest sticking point to that, and we're gonna tackle what that sticking point is and how you can solve it. So the biggest mistake that I made at this range of making $4,000, $5,000 a month was that I was involved with 15 different niches. So I'll even tell my keywords for this video. So I was involved with books on powerlifting, on fidget spinners, on crypto, video games. I was all over the place with my products. So with that, I had these 15 different pen names to manage, 15 different brands, 15 different catalogs, series. It's like, well, I'm only one person, right? So how am I gonna manage all of that? Shotgunning your keywords can potentially still bring you to $3,000 to $6,000 a month, but you reach this purgatory where you're gonna reach this plateau, rather, where okay, you've got book A making $300 a month, you've got book B about Bitcoin making $400 a month, and collectively you could be earning $3,000 to $6,000, but from there you're not going to scale. So this is the biggest pitfall that I've seen with students, and to break out of that, and what I recommend and what we teach at Royalty Hero is build one brand, build one catalog of products, meaning one series starting out of books related to each other. So if I were to do a series on finance, let's do a book on stocks, then a book on options trading, maybe a book on penny stocks, etc., and formulate that catalog. Well, what that's going to do is maximize what I call customer lifetime value. Hey guys, hope you've enjoyed this video so far. If you've liked it, please let me know in the comments below. Likewise, hit that notification bell. Stay updated every time we release a video. And this video ran actually a little bit longer than I expected, so stay tuned for part 2. See you later.